Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Spectacle Island. Now, we have got another busy day ahead of us, but just while we're waiting for our workers to turn up today, and yes, you did hear me right, I did say workers plural, we have a couple of people coming to help us out today. I thought I would get some logs loaded up and we'll get them down to the sell point to get sold. Now I'm just trying to figure out which way around we should be parked so that the thick end is facing us. So I'm going to want to back out and that facing that, I think. Just get turned around and get the trailer unhooked, and then we'll get these logs loaded up. We'll run them down to the store or down to the sell point and see how much we can make for them. Could be another decent amount. Go, yeah, hooked. And we should, there we are, be good to load up. So I'll turn that off and jump into the wheel loader and make a start. Now we have got our canola field to harvest today, so that is going to be the main task. So like I said, we do have a couple of people coming to help today, and they are going to be tasked with the magic cow. Oh, look at it. It's a levitating cow. Very clever. That's how they make milkshakes. They are going to help me harvest the canola, and at the same time we're going to get it baled and get the canola straw down to the barn and sold. So it should keep everyone busy, keep me busy running back and forth with different bits of equipment, and one of them driving a combine and one driving a baler, probably. See how things work out. Obviously the baler will be running a whole lot faster than the combine, so we'll see. Might even use one of them on auto drive course with a grain cart. We'll figure it out. I haven't decided yet, but for now we've got a little bit of time to figure that out, because we're going to get this done, and hopefully they will be here when we are finished. So I'll get these loaded up and we'll see you down at the sawmill. Alright, there we go, all the logs loaded up. Worked out pretty well. A little bit sticky, they get a little bit hard. I think we might have to look at getting a log grab for the telehandler at some stage to see if that will make things a little bit easier. But another big long load here. Just have to carefully navigate our way around. Got a big overhang and a few trees around here. And a lot of animals. They are certainly very inquisitive. So we'll get these down to the sawmill and go and see how much we've made from them. It should be another nice little earner for us. Right, well, before I've sold them, I've actually gone and cut them, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get more value from them being cut and in shorter pieces. So we'll just pop in here and see how much we can get. 8.5 grand. Now, did it sell them all? As that's not bad. Bad a little piece of income at all. So we'll get this back up to the farm. We'll probably get things disconnected. We're going to need this to get the canola back into the silos. So we'll put the logging bed away again and get everything ready, because we are going to make a start on the canola very, very soon. Before we do get back to the yard though, I thought I'd stop and take a look at the sugar beets, and they have sprouted and they are looking glorious. I'm not quite sure whether I will be saying they're looking glorious when it comes time to harvest them, but look at them growing across here. Looking very, very good and healthy. So pleased to see that. We'll leave them going, and we will be harvesting those in just a wee while. We do have to get all the equipment to go with it though. We've got a little bit of things to invest in there, so that will be something we're going to have to do maybe in the next episode, maybe today even if we have time. We'll see how we go. But let's carry on back down to the yard, and we'll go and get things sorted down there. Well, we've made it back down to the yard. We've got the truck all sorted out. We've got the combine out, and we have our helpers here today. And as you can see, and as I mentioned before, we do have 2 people here to help us today. So these 2 offered to give me a hand a couple of weeks ago, and I said, look, I didn't have a task that really required an extra hand, but I'd keep an eye out for when we did. And with the canola ready to go, I thought that would be the perfect opportunity to welcome Heavy Metal Gaming and his partner Lady Metal along. So welcome to you both. Great to have you both here on Spectacle Island. So I don't know if you've got a preference of either of you on the combine or the baler, but I thought Lady Metal, we'd let you have the cab and the baler. Throw Heavy Metal Gaming here out on the open cab on the combine, so you can get all dusty and dirty, and you can have the air-conditioned comfort with the radio blaring as loud as you want. So let's go and get you all sorted out. We're going to get set up down in the canola field and make a start on the harvest. Alright, we've got everything down here. You can see the baler and the truck in the background, and we've got HMG here underway with the combining. So we're getting our swath drop there, so we're going to be able to get that baled. Now we are going to have to let him go for just a little bit, maybe get the headlands done before we get Lady Metal in here to do the baling. Otherwise I think she will catch up pretty quickly with the combine. We've got the cruise control set at 4. I wonder if we can move that up just a little bit and make him go just a touch faster. No, it looks like that was the limit. We are stuck at 4 miles per hour harvesting. I don't know if I've noticed that before. I guess that makes sense. It is a very old harvester. Something we're going to upgrade, I'm sure of it, very soon. But we need to worry about getting our sugar beet equipment. That's going to be our next big investment. Now, I think we're already 50% full, so I'm going to go jump back in the truck. We will bring that down, make sure we can get HMG here unloaded and carry on harvesting. And then, once we've made the headlands opened up, we'll get the baler in here as well. Alright, well there we go, that is the first of the canola into the back of the truck here. Fortunately, he was full at about a spot where we had a little bit of space to manoeuvre. Not sure why he didn't try and back in and cut into the field a little bit more to allow us space to unload, but that's alright. We are now emptied the combine out. We've got 2,000 litres already. This is yielding pretty well, which is impressive, and we'll let him carry on, get him around again and emptied out, probably, hopefully back to the start of the field. Alright, once we're in the field and now we're opened up, it's going to make things much easier to unload. So I think we'll just let HMG run here for a little bit, let him get this field all opened up, and then once we've got around the headlands a couple of times, we'll be all good to go with getting Lady Metal underway with some baling. And that's when things will get really busy for us, because we'll be jumping between the grain cart and the telehandler to get all the bales picked up and moved out of the way, and keeping the combine moving as well. We're just coming around on finishing our 4th headland pass, so no doubt HMG will go and make a start on his lands. Running up and down the fields, we'll go and get Lady Metal underway in the baler, and she can make a start there. Now I'm going to slow her down just a little bit. We'll set her speed just a little bit slower than normal. Obviously you know the baler would run faster than the combine, so it would be better if we don't let her catch up too much to the combine, because we want to make sure that there's plenty of space, and I need to keep all the bales cleared as well, which I'm a little bit worried about, just if it drops any on the ends where the combine needs to turn around. We need to make sure those are out of the way. But that's been a good start. Things are cracking along pretty well, so we'll go and get the baler up and going and get that all moving. Alright, and there we go, she is off and going, and that all looks to be working as it should. Getting things picked up, we've got everything unfolded of course. We are going to end up with a straw bale out the back first, which isn't a problem. We will be able to get that sold as well, and then we'll obviously have all of this canola stalks and canola straw to pick up and get sold. So we'll go and grab the telehandler, get that down here and make a start on getting bales moved out of the way. Probably, I'm thinking we'll probably stack them over on one side of the field. I'll have to decide where it is, maybe even in here on the grass where there's a bit of a clearing, just so they're out of the way of anything, and then we can bring the trailer in later and load them out like we did with the other straw. So I'll go and sort that out, and we'll be back in just a minute. Alright, well here we are. You can see the combine is up there, hopefully still moving. Yep, turning around on the first land. We've got the baler coming around there. You can just see it over top of the crop. And we must have our first bale on the ground somewhere. There it is, just up here in the corner. So we'll just follow around for a little bit, making sure we get all these bales out of the way. Now, I'd just like to say a little thank you to Mark Thor. He has spent a little bit of time in the workshop and adjusted the braking strength on this for us. Obviously last time I was finding it was very difficult to control. The brakes were just a little bit titchy and a little bit weak, so he's strengthened that braking force up for us, which has made a big difference, made it much easier to control. So thank you to Mark for that, and there we are, another bale up here already. So we'll get these picked up out of the way and keep things moving. We'll have to get the truck over as well, just to keep the combine emptied out. Although now that we've started lands, we can probably leave that parked up here and not have quite so many problems with things getting in the way. So let's keep going. Well, we're making some great progress through the field. Headland's all done with the baling, and the combine is well across. We are full again, so we're going to have to go and get this emptied into the silo and get back down here before the combine is full. But yeah, everything is going very, very well. We managed to keep up with getting bales out of the way and had no issues there. So we're just going to keep on going. I will try and, we do have a little bit of a montage to go with this. You might have seen some of it already. We might do a little bit more. I would like to try and do a little bit of a time lapse too, but it's just proving a little bit difficult to juggle everything and make it go smoothly. So we'll keep going here. We'll hopefully manage to get a little bit more of this shown to you and see us finishing off the field and getting everything all loaded up and back to the sell points and into the silos. Alright, back over here, we've still got a few more bales to clear up, so we'll just jump in and do this. The combine, I think, has 2 more lands. They're in the one they are in now, and then there should be 1 more. The baler, I could probably actually turn the speed up a little bit on the baler. They're not catching up too quickly to the combine, which is good. I think we've got enough straw there that they won't catch up now before finished, but we're just going to jump in and quickly do this. Now, you might have noticed I have been stacking the bales 4 high. From our experience last time, I figured we would maximise as much as we can get on the trailer, and we do know that 4 high will work, and we can lift it with the telehandler, which is the critical part. Previously the wheel loader wouldn't have had a chance to lift that weight or the height to get an extra bale on top, so we'll take that benefit when we can. Hopefully we can get all these on in one load. I'm not sure if we will though. There's still quite a bit of straw out there to bale, and we've already got 4 or 5 piles floating around the edge of the field. So let's just carry on and get this all done. the heavy metal gaming there running along the very last row of canola. We'll get that unloaded into the truck and down into the silos. I know there's a few little bits and pieces around about that we could go and tidy up, but we're not going to worry about those too much. It will be all good there. Now, how's the baler going? Just starting on their last land as well. Obviously got the trailer full, bar 4 bales, so we're not going to get them all in one load, unfortunately. But that's alright, we can handle, and we'll take those down and get them sold, see what they are worth. So let's go and get these dumped out. We'll get HMG to take the combine back down to the yard, and then we'll finish off with the baling. Alright, and there he goes. He is off back down to the yard, so we'll let him go and sort things out down there. I'm sure he can find where to put it in the shed and hopefully give it a bit of a clean off before he does. But what have we got here? We've got a couple more bales ready, so I think we'll go and get these last 4 onto the back of the trailer. And in fact, there's 2 down there I can see, so we'll go down this end and pick these ones up from right down here, and that'll leave us a couple of stacks there. So probably didn't actually need to go 4 high. We could have done 3 high. We were going to have to take 2 trips anyhow, but it's a bit of fun. Enjoy stacking and the challenge of stacking just that little bit higher. So we'll get these loaded up, and then we're going to have to wait for the tractor to be finished on the baler before we can go down and get them sold. Alright, here we are, last 4 bales up on here. Let's try and do it without knocking them off or pushing the trailer over. There we are. It should be pretty good. Oh, how are we looking from the back? Go on a little bit further. Gently. Baby steps. There we are. That should just about do. Alright, let's go and hop out here, get this strapped down. Put as many straps over this as we can. There's another one. Another one up here somewhere. Any more? No, that's it. Alright, well there we are. That is fully loaded. So what have we got on there? We got 32 bales. So a fair amount of straw up on top of that. And what have we got left? We've got 2 down there, 1 down there, another one down the far end. So we've got another, we'll get close to a dozen, another 12 or so bales here. So we'll get those loaded up, and we'll stacked up, at least picked up and stacked up, ready to take down for another load. And there we go, we're all finished with the baling as well. Lady Metal just running along the last pass there, and 2 bales to push out, which is good. It's ended up with a nice even number of 3s. Well, not an even number, I think it was 15, so there'll be 5 stacks down there. But even stacks, when I say. We'll just get these up and out of here, and then we do need the tractor, so we might get... In fact, we can't, we need to leave this down here, so there's nothing else really to take back down to the yard. So we'll just get the baler back down there. We'll leave Lady Metal to hang out with HMG while he's sorting things out down at the yard, and we will run these few loads down to the barn and see how much we can earn off them. Alright, we got the tractor here now and hooked up to the trailer. We'll run these down to the straw barn and go and see what we can earn off them. This trailer, when it's fully loaded like this, looks massive compared to our little tractor, but seems to pull it okay, which is the main thing. So we'll get on down there and go and see how lucrative this load is going to be. Alright, back into the cell trigger here, and they will start disappearing. Make sure we undo the straps and get them all gone in one go. Wow, 17 grand, there or thereabouts. We were on 101 or something around there, so 17 grand off those bales. That's awesome. That will go a long way, paying for some of the critical equipment we're going to need for the sugar beets, which is great. We've still got 15 bales there, which is another half load, so possibly another 6 or 7 grand from those too. So we'll go get them loaded up down here and sold, and then I think we'll be calling it quits for the morning and wrapping things up for this episode. Alright, last stack. We've got the other 4 up there already, so we'll get these put on the back. Obviously didn't have to be quite so precious about space on the trailer or trying to get them nice and close. Even been brave and haven't even strapped them down yet. We'll get these ones put in the middle here, and then we'll go and get this sold. 15, and we had what did we figure out last time? 32 on there, so pretty much half a load again, which will net us another good amount of money. Here we go, get some straps on there, and let's head on down to the barn again. Back in here again, and 6, 7, 8, just over 8 grand, 8,400 or so. So 25 or 26 grand off those bales. Honestly, cannot get over how lucrative it is to go to the effort of baling up that product, the canola straw, the corn stalks, or soy straw. It's depending on which one it is. We've made a good amount of selling bales in this series, so it's really helped keep our heads above water and help us to continue growing the farm. So let's get back down to the yard. Not much more left to do than to say farewell to our helpers today, and look forward to the next episode. Well, isn't that nice, the two of them standing down there out admiring the view. Let's go down and say thank you to them for their help today and wish them safe travels home. Well, Lady Metal and Heavy Metal Gaming, thank you very much for your help today. We got through a huge amount of work. It would have taken me a long time to do that on my own, and just as long if we only had one hand to assist. So 2 extra hands certainly has made things light work around here. So thank you very much for coming to the island, and safe travels home. Hope you have enjoyed it. And as for everyone else, I hope you have enjoyed that episode as well. Still plenty to do. I expect next time the soybeans will be ready, and we've got 2 big fields of those to harvest. Obviously the field here on the left and the one on the right, so they are going to take a wee while when you compare it to what we've just harvested with canola. The good thing with soybeans is they don't yield quite so high, so we do have a little bit more time in amongst things, but we will have to think about what we're going to do with the straw. I even wonder whether perhaps we could try and use the loading wagon. I wonder if the loading wagon will be quicker than baling it and selling it that way. Maybe we'll try that and see. We've not used the loading wagon for a while, so could be something to give a go. But as always, thank you all very much for watching. If you want to be a helper next week, please leave a comment down below, and we will see if we can get you out here to give me a hand. But take care, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.